Yo, what's up guys, this is Astranox. Let's showcase Roana in the raid Azmakalis. At the table is the team I'm going to be using. Camping morale, man, it's so good. It is so good with her. 42 camping morale with this team at the table. Comforting cheer on Roana for, it was 22, yes. And on Luluca, you use advice and you get 20 morale. Wow, so good. Tamarinne, I replaced her with a Catus as well. You get one more morale, 43 morale. It's the same deal, the same lines, you know, advice on Luluca and comforting cheer on Roana. Okay, let me show you guys the stats. By the way, guys, I did showcase her in various areas of the game. Arena PvP, I did all 4 hunts. She's performing very well. I did a guild war. And now raid Azmakalis. I will be doing more content with her. So she's plus 15 skill ups. You know, I went all the way in with that memory imprint with an unknown slate. And that's her stats. Nothing crazy, not much speed. You basically want high health. I mean, with the you know, free item level 75 health set, you can get a nice chunk of health and defense and even speed. So you could definitely run her on triple health sets in PVE. Have immunity set for PvP. Touch of Rikos is actually a very powerful artifact, but Soul Weaver's artifacts are very strong, so it's not a must get, right? This hero, yeah, I should talk about this later in a review, but so far she is very powerful, right? Especially in the current like counter meta. Let's look at the stat of the other hero I'll be bringing along. Luluca, very strong hero, high synergy for camping morale as well. That's her stats, that's her skill ups. She is not maxed out, but I actually pulled a duplicate. That's memory imprint right there, so that's pretty sweet. It was very recently. I mean, it happened very recently. I have this, I take a scepter on her because monsters don't have much health beside the queen. We're going to be doing the queen, Azumashik and Juleeve council. So let's test out, yeah, Roana in there. Commander Lorina, go-to hero for when it comes down to Labyrinth and raids. I mean, she is so strong. You get her for free, you know, very free-to-play friendly hero. Builds up that attack. I'm using Hellcutter on her. Her crit chance is not maxed out. It's going to be perfect for that. And the next one in line is Tamarinne. I don't have any skill ups on her. You know, nothing crazy at all. Don't even need the 6th Awaken on her. That's her stats. Speed is low. You know, I just threw some gear on her. Whatever. It's all good. To be honest, like I would run her on speed boots, but I think I'm using them somewhere else. So it's all good. Shimaja staff. That's the big thing here. This will be boosting all green numbers. So Roana will be, her healing will be inflated because of this artifact. But that's a great way to go about it. If you have 2 Soul Weavers, have one wear Shimaja's staff, the other one wear another great Soul Weaver artifact. And yeah, you get more value right there. So let's go in the raid Azmakalis and see how she performs. This team is the one that I use. This is my 3rd account on the Europe server, and I do use Commander Lorina, Luluca, and Tamarinne in my rating, right? That's my trio. The 4th, it's a Catus. I could have like a Catus instead of Tamarinne, and like the 4th, if I want to showcase a hero for you guys, I just like bring the hero along. But sometimes the camping lines, they don't work out with like one of the new hero, but yeah, that's the thing. Roana, her camping morale synergy is great. Like, Confiding Sheer is on her. It's one of the camping lines that she has, and that's one of the better ones, right? One of the better ones. So that means like there is a lot of different group compositions that can be made with Roana. I couldn't find a tool that was updated with Roana in there, so I could test out different like camping morale you know, teams. So I had to do it the good old-fashioned way and just do it manually. And I just went with my, you know, my core group basically, and I tried Tamarinne and Akatas just in case one was doing better. Akatas is one morale more, but Tamarinne's gonna speed up the run with the attack buff, and I kind of prefer that, right? Plus the dual attack as well. So let's see what kind of healing she can do, like if the bosses are triggering her passive, which would definitely facilitate, definitely trivialize the whole thing. The downside with this particular group is that we don't have cleansing. I don't have like a Wondrous Potion Vial on Tamarinne or on Roana. I'm using her artifact, right? So I can showcase her with that, and I wanted Shimaja's staff to inflate the healing, just to get some big numbers, right? If it does actually trigger skill 2. So skill 2 triggers from extra attack, skill 2 triggers from dual attack, and from, of course, counter attacks. What I'm seeing is that extra attacks it's in PVE in a lot of places. So yeah, you have these 3 things. Dual attack not really happening in PVE too much. Counter can definitely happen, but extra attack is the one that I'm seeing that is happening more often, right? So that's very good. When the healing triggers, man, it's insane. Her memory imprint, if you can get more copies. I mean, I'm a free-to-play player, so I can't get her to like triple S, but yeah, I mean, self memory imprint of health, or for the team top and bottom position getting health, that's great. Like you put your squishies there like I did here, Commander Lorina and Luluca. They're not so squishy. I guess they have a nice mix of health and defense, so their effective health is definitely not bad. We have Luluca in the team that provides defense buff, which is actually very great. 60% defense increase is something that definitely relieves a lot of pressure off of your healer. So I'll be trying this team out in Hell Raid later on, but just want to do a quick video doing normal raid as Azmakalis, and check out the mechanic of the boss if it's triggering the skill 2 of Roana. But I'll be doing more showcase videos, like I want to do a second arena showcase video for her. Like I said, Guild Wars just did. So yeah, definitely a hero that will be incorporated in a lot of different, like a lot of players' team. That's for sure. That's for sure. The issue is getting her, right? Like a lot of players pulled and used their Covenant Bookmarks before she got introduced to the game. So that's definitely an issue. If you need Covenant Bookmarks and you haven't seen my how to farm Covenant Bookmark video, I recommend that you guys go and check it out, because you can grind those Covenant Bookmarks. You do have 2 weeks to pull Roana, so there you go. But so far, what I'm seeing is that she's definitely a powerhouse. She is so strong, brings a lot to the table. I love that the skill 1 is a barrier. The barrier is based on, without skill ups, 2.8% of her max health. To be honest, it's not much, but you have to remember it's a skill 1, so it's not so bad. I mean, it's not bad at all. And when it lands on, let's say, a squishier hero like a damage dealer, it definitely does help, because it scales based on her max health. Skill 1, 2, and 3. So that is huge. That is huge. When you have her with 3 other squishy heroes, that definitely helps a lot. If you add like a defense buff in there, if you add like, or if you have high defense across your damage dealers, like you will use, if you have more defense than health, let's say, you're gonna get more value out of that barrier unless defense break hits you. But in PvE, it doesn't happen like that often. Defense break 70% defense reduction is definitely very dangerous. So when that happens, you need to deal with that. You need to deal with that. But from what I'm seeing, like Seaside Bellona, even landing defense break on the whole team, Roana is sustaining her damage. The prime is if she lands that and there's someone else to assist, like a strong single target damage dealer, especially if they have an attack buff running on them, then you could be, you could lose that hero, whoever is gonna get focused. So let's camp here. Max is 70 camping morale. We're gonna be using Comforting Cheer on Roana. Very nice. I love that sound. Like, that sound when, like, the morale's going up. Love it. Okay. So, advice. It's definitely great. Like, having her bring, like, high morale is super good. Now, because she shines in multiple areas of the game, that means, yes, you can go in there and just, like, skill her up and not worry about it. I love this. I love this. There's no waste there. There is no waste in skilling her up. I mean, you don't go to my extent of plus 15ing her, because that's crazy. But I just did it to showcase her. Plus 15. Because the skill 1, the last skill up is 10% damage or 15% damage increase. I think it's 10. So, yeah, damage out of her is definitely on the low side. Look at this. Yeah, I mean, damage is being shared between the queen and the ad. So I'm going to be killing these 2 dark ad, and then I'll move on to the ones. I mean, I might ignore them, actually, to test out the healing better, because this is like... Yeah, it's like too easy. Hopefully we start taking some damage. The issue is, like I said, debuffs. Unhealable is definitely gonna cripple us. Like, we can't do anything beside apply barrier with her skill 1, which is something that might save you in a lot of cases. That's this barrier on skill 1. You could run her on counter and have barriers happening, and the great thing is that it targets the you know, the ally with the lowest health, so that's very cool. Like in my arena PvP video, I kept my Bazaar, Desert Jewel Bazaar alive because of that barrier. Even though it was very small, it was like 750 health of value. It still kept him alive. I think he was running defense buff, and that was a big thing that made him survive it. So yeah, both Soul Weavers are crippled, but you know, there's the barriers. It's all good. It's all good. Let's take. I just hope there's more damage coming in. Usually, if the battle is longer, the queen starts doing more and more damage. The thing is, when you have the hero in the front line in PVE content, the AI, the artificial intelligence, is attacking the frontliner 40% of the time. Touch of Rico's here. It's just a constant stream of healing happening every time. That's the thing. Whoever is going to wear Touch of Rico's, you put them in the front line, and the faster your speed, the better it's going to be. It scales off of the target's max health. That's actually great. You know what? I should have just went for the queen. That would have been a better example. But now's the best time, because they will counter-attack. Look at this. There we go. Just ignore these 2 guys. Let's look at it. They will, like, the healing from Roana. Oh my god. Yo! Commander Lorina was about to get popped. She was getting popped. Like, she had defense break. She lost some health. And man, oh man, Roana with the Shimaja stab just like casually tops her off with the passive. Maybe Touch of Rico's actually triggered at the same time. Man, yeah, defense break. Cleansing is huge. Akates is super helpful in here, but I just want to check out those like healings from the counter attacks, because when you target the queen and you leave these 2 bees flying, whatever they are, they are, look at this, they counter attack, and look at the stream of healing. Yeah, it's great. It's great. That's why you don't have to worry too much about speed, because if you're triggering skill 2, no matter if you go or not, like, it will trigger. Unless there's unhealable. We just beeline for the queen. It's all good. Oh, but it's over here. Lorina took her out. Okay, well, definitely a lot of healing. So leaving these ads is, yeah, maybe not the greatest of ideas, but it was about showcasing the counter attacks triggering skill 2, right? If you get those bees to attack someone that's defense broken, plus the queen doing some cleaving to your team, now you can easily get popped. But I don't know, it's like the counter attacks were helping us, because if the healing keeps on happening, we're getting combat readiness 5% per allies that get attacked. But those were single target attacks, right? The big thing is when AoE attacks happen toward your team that are like the skill 2 of Seaside Bellona, right? But single target is definitely not gonna get a big heal out of a single target counter attack. It basically increases. Let's say like I get healed for 2,000 from a single attack, it doubles for 2 attack, and then it's like 6,000. 3 allies that get attacked. And if it's all the whole team 4, it's 8,000. Then you add Shimaja's staff at plus 15, that's 30% more. You're breaking 10,000. It's a lot of healing. So yeah, she does counter cleave counter mechanism much more than single target, because I mean, if your defense broken especially, and you have a Charles countering you with skill 1 and skill 2, that hero is not gonna stay alive even if Roana is having some healing going, because it's just one ally. It's gonna be like a 2,000 healing, but it's something, right? It's something that is happening passively throughout the battle. But if you get, like, if you set up Roana on your defense, be it Arena or Guild War, then players can just play around that. They can just not bring counter mechanism, and that's it. But bringing Roana on offense, that's a different story. That's a different story. You can just go into battles that have the counter, that have the Seaside Bellona, and champion Zerato, Elbrus Ritual Sword. But of course, she's gonna be stronger against Seaside Bellona, like champion Zerato, like versus like a Charles triggering skill 1 to skill 2, especially if he has attack buff, especially like if the target is getting murdered, if there's defense break on that target as well. The thing is, martial artist can, like, he's a single target counter attacker, built in, like it's built into him. So it does definitely help. Like, you mix all these things together, you have like Aureus on your team. Maybe you got defense buff, maybe you got barrier, like all these things are helping you stay alive, be it like PvE content or PvP content. Now you throw her passive, like just by herself, right? She's a Soul Weaver, that's one. Second, she can tank very well. That's two great survival stats. Now, that's two things. Now you've got her skill 3 that heals and applies revive. So right there, she's a healer from that. The artifact that's on her is gonna boost her healing, or is gonna do some other healing because like she's using her skill 1 with like Celestine, or you know, like she already has the healing. The passive, the skill 2 is like bonus right there. You could bring her in PvE, and if like that skill 2 triggers like just a few times during the course of a long battle or something, that's massive. That is massive. But if it's triggering constantly, then like it's broken. It's completely broken. You just like yeah, I mean, it's gonna facilitate the battle so much. But what I'm saying is that she can sustain your team with just her skill 1 and her skill 3 with a good artifact, which are plenty with Soul Weavers. I mean, you could be using Celestine. I would recommend Celestine because she does use skill 1 quite a lot, because she doesn't use her skill 2, so she's skill 3 into skill 1 on auto. And together with the barrier, that's pretty sweet. Now you could add like a counter set on her. That's some more healing happening with Celestine plus barriers hitting the lowest health hero on your team. Together, like that's some extra healing happening like passively with the counter. It's harder to obtain a counter set in early to mid game, But yeah, this could be your end game goal. So for PVE, a counter set will definitely help you. Well, not a lot, but it's something. It's something. So you would be rolling with Celestine. You can keep her slow, but if you have Celestine, that means speed is gonna increase your healing output even further. Like Touch of Rico's, yes, if you have more speed, you can have it ready again because it only triggers once per turn. But now let's just see. In Juleeve, there is an extra attack always happening. From what I remember, the poison's getting put and then like it's happening again. So I'm wondering, it should be considered as an extra attack. So basically it will keep on triggering the passive of skill 2. I could be wrong though, I could be wrong. Now we are at -6 morale. That's the last battle in here. Let's get in there. I will even apply, sometimes you want to turn off your debuffs, right? Like Luluca, she has defense break. But she has it on skill 1, so I can't really change that. She has high effectiveness as well. So let's see it. What you have to worry about here is poison. It does add up, and if you don't have cleansing, then that's a problem. It did happen. I saw combat readiness increase for everyone. It did happen. Let's check it out. Let's check it out some more. I feel like that second attack is always gonna be like it is an extra attack, so it's triggering the passive of Roana. Let's look at it. This phase though, there should not be something that triggers her passive here though. They're dying quick though. But this constant stream of damage happening, and this actually dispels your buffs as well. Every time you receive damage, it removes one of your buffs. So her barrier loses value there. But it's okay. It's not like DN, right? DN, you bring her in here and like her only healing is like Rod of Amaryllis, basically, because her barrier, her buffs, like it's getting removed. And yeah, it's working. It's working. So there is zero issue with this battle. You don't even need cleansing. Just bring her along. You're all good. You are all good. The issue is here. It's really that phase, the split. You could use, your Guardian. You could double up on your Soul Weaver just to, to make it more simple. To be honest, like, yeah, use your Soul Burn if you're in the struggles. If you're in early to maybe mid game, you might be struggling with this battle. I'm just telling you guys some ways that you could deal with this. Continuous healing is actually very good for the battle against the boss, but when it comes to here, if you're relying on that, let's say like a green lot, you can't really rely on continuous healing because it's gonna get removed. So that's an issue. Vigilant Eye, it's always triggering on that extra attack. It's great. It's a single target attack, but feels like it should be able to handle those poison ticking away. Solo healing this in early game, I'm not too sure about it because it's a single target attack. But together with her skill 3 and her skill 1, if you have, let's say, maybe a Wondrous Potion Vial on her, or you're rolling with, it could be Celestine, it could be like that other artifact that does AoE healing on non-attack skill. Wait, non-attack skill, that wouldn't work. That would not work. I would say Touch of Rico's would be kind of optimal here. Kind of optimal. So yeah, it was kind of too easy, but just wanted to do a quick video to showcase her just in normal Azmakalis. I'll do Hell later, but yeah, that's... Let's just check the healing, the numbers. Tamarinne, no skill ups, not that much speed, so I think it's not a fair competition. Oh, speed. and defense and effectiveness. That's a pretty nice combo. There's of course that flat defense, but it's still somehow helpful. Okay, let's look. Yeah, not that much healing was happening, right? But it's more than double, because Shimajo's staff was on Tamarinne, so you gotta keep that in mind. If Touch of Rico's was on her, then maybe more even. But still, it's like Roana is very strong. Can't wait to test her out in Hell Raid. But that's gonna be it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm Astranox. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. Press the bell icon to be notified whenever I release a new video. And check out my other videos. They should be showing up on the screen now. I got playlists of all sorts for PvE and PvP content, Arena, Guild Wars, guys, tips and how-tos, and Abyss 462 plus. So check those out if you haven't, as well as best starter guides for my early to mid game players for fast progression. Join my Discord server. The link is in the description. It's free, guys. Over 1,000 members. If you want to get help or help the community, feel free to join us. Stay safe out there, guys. COVID-19 is no joke. Good luck with all you do. Peace out for now. And stay tuned for my other videos. Check them out if you haven't seen them to give you like a better understanding of Roana. But yeah, I'll be doing more videos showcasing her. So don't worry about that. All right. Peace out for now.